Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to this set of videos called Manipulation Mastery. And I share this because knowledge is power, and I want to share more knowledge with you. And in this video I'm gonna talk about another type of manipulation, how a male can manipulate you. And how is this working? It's called flirting with your friends. Oh yeah, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to this manipulation videos where I share with you different techniques where people have portrayed or show some kind of a specific attention, they are specifically charming with your friends. This usually it's unhealthy dynamics. I'm gonna describe it now. Let's say you date a guy, and then you will introduce him to your friends. Eventually, it's this stage, no? You will introduce the guy, and you're a little bit nervous how your friends will accept him, if your friends gonna like him or not like him. Just you feel a little bit let's say share with him that you really want him to click with your friends, and that it's so important because your friends are important for you, and now he's becoming very important for you as well, and you really like, so it's so important for you that he clicks with your friends, that they have a good vibe, that they enjoy each other's company, no? And then you introduce this man to your girlfriend, and he is extremely charming. He is so charming that he will have super conversation, super friendly, make them laugh. He would suddenly be so much into your friends, and he will click so much that you will be out of the conversation completely, that you will feel like you are additional to the company. And then your friends will be so laughing and so cool and so enjoying this guy. The worst combination of this is when he tries to flirt with your friends and they correspond. This is horrible because you see that and you realize, or you want to deny it deep down, but you realize not only he's flirting with your friend, but she's also ready to drop your friendship and run after this guy. And they're both like having this fun and smiling at each other and looking at each other's eyes, and you feel odd. And when you try to get into the conversation, he's so friendly and with your friend, and they really like vibe so much that you just seem odd, you feel odd. And of course, if you try to address it, he will deny, and he said, I try to be friendly, I try to know your friends, and the friends also will deny it. Usually most of them will deny it. They would say they were just kind and polite and trying to be friendly. In this case, I don't like to advise, but I think the healthiest decision is to chop them both off immediately. Because if you proceed with supporting that, you would slowly get more irritated by these flirtatious behaviors between your friend and your boyfriend. And in a lot of those cases, these flirtations grow to cheating with your friend. Yes. Why is this manipulation working so good? It's because usually it's aiming to trigger insecurities in you by giving a positive attention to another person, another woman or another man. And if trigger jealousy in you, usually it makes you compete. Behavior that makes you compete with this woman, if you want to, for his attention. This is an ego stroke, usually. Another way of using this, or reason why, is to isolate you. Because if maybe your friend was just trying to be polite, you don't know, depends how confident are with your friend. But if he is doing this, you don't like these dynamics, and naturally you would avoid your friend. Yes, naturally you would be like, I feel so uncomfortable because he is flirting with her, and so this uncomfortable feeling will be a tool or leverage to control you, not to see the friend. Yes, because a lot of people who feel uncomfortable, they will avoid the source of this discomfort. Usually they will pin it on the friend. They will be like, I feel uncomfortable because I noticed this flirty thing. He said it's your friend, it's not me. I was just trying to be friendly. So you would naturally cut the friend off. This is a control tool. Flirting, manipulation with flirting with your friend. Another thing is the control and isolation. He wants you to be insecure. If he wants you to be competitive with other women, to compete for his attention as an ego stroke, he wants you to be too emotional, out of your mind, and try to compete to get his attention, to please him, no? So you will be down on your knees out of fear of him abandoning you, because this could be also a way to make you fear that he will abandon you when you see him flirting with someone else. You are triggered for sure. So if you feel that fear of abandonment, or fear that he will leave you, you will try to please him. If this man wants you upset, because if you're emotional, if you're jealous, if you're hurt, if you're bitter, you're gonna be upset and you're not gonna be rational. You're not gonna think why he does that, what's the aim. You will not analyze if this person is secure, if he's controlling, if he wants something that you don't want and he's trying to push you to this. But mainly he wants you to be insecure so he can control you. This person can control you by your insecurities. Isolation is also a tool of control, you know. And if you are confident to talk with your friend and share like your embarrassment about this situation, and your friend cares enough and tells you what is going on, that this guy flirt with her and try to get her or something, you understand that this guy is not very good match for you. If your friend deny and mock you, this means that she's not your friend. The ugliest part is that if your friend laugh and he denies it and make jokes of you, oh, how dare you think this? This is a high form of gaslighting and manipulation, of denial of your reality or your perception of the situation or your feeling, because you could feel it, you have to cut them both off. However, usually this behavior should tell you that this guy, it's not respectful. He does not respect you. He is fake and he play games. And knowing this, you have to ask yourself, do you really want to play game for the rest of your life? This pretending, he will hurt you and you have to pretend that it's cool. I will tell you how this looked to me. I feel so sorry and so disgusted by guys that do this, because I could see through this, that usually it gives me the opposite effect. Instead of desiring them and being like wanting them more and being attractive to them more, I feel I see the manipulation clearly and I lose attraction, literally. This looks so cheap and ugly. I feel bad for making a choice, for even giving time to this guy, first of all. And I feel ashamed because it's just miserable, it's disrespectful, and I just feel like failure when I see a guy do that. For quite some time I would feel very ashamed and failure for choosing a guy like that and being out with a guy like that. Like, I feel so embarrassed by this, way too embarrassed to even address it. I notice quite a lot of insecure guys will do this move. I will call this a manipulation move, to gain, to control you. And these usually are guys or people who have no control over themselves, over their life, and they're insecure. But so this is how manipulation works when the guy flirt or she flirt with your friends. Very often there is guys who would accuse you to be a slut, and tell you that you flirt with their friends. There are people like this, and try to slut shame you, telling you that you were, if you simply talk to their friend, they will accuse you of wanting them or being searching for sex or something like that. People who does not understand that there is something more than just sex, like intellectual conversation and whatnot. If somebody slut shame you by accusing you of flirting with their friends, you could simply remove yourself from these abusive dynamics. I remember a girl was sharing that she tried to flirt with a guy friend and the guy just ditched her. And I know why, because he had a self-respect. She was trying to be friendly and trigger him with being too flirtatious and too cute with a friend, and the guy said, I'm no longer interested in seeing you. Why? Because you don't want a cheap, easy woman sleeping with your friends. This is so denigratory and humiliating. It's just not a lady thing. It's just not elegant, you know. But there are also a lot of girls that will do that. And this work with insecure people. Oh my goodness, I want to show you. You see how beautiful creature. It's a white bug. Isn't that super gorgeous? But anyways, I want to put it on my... Oh, here it is. This beautiful white fly or bug or something. So gorgeous. Anyways, so people who manipulate you with flirting with your friends are usually not healthy. They are not healthy. Sometimes people who are insecure will accuse you of flirting with your friend, with their friends. Either way, somebody can communicate their boundary. I am not pleased by you concentrating 100% on my friends when we go out, because a man should understand that he's out there to be with you. If you do some activities with friends, yes, you could play a game, you can chat, you can have a drink, you can dance, whatever it is. However, if a guy is with your friends and he is so much into them that he forgets about you, this is a red flag, a real red flag. Basically, he's showing you that your friends are more interesting and he cares more about them than about you. There should be some balance between the time that he gives to your friends when you guys out with friends and to you. He should make sure that he shows that he's there for you, or she, and not for your friends, you know. But this is a very powerful manipulation of tool because it triggers your insecurities. And for the most insecure ladies, will trigger this thing called desire to be chosen. This is when they will compete. A desire to be chosen above many others. This is a huge, ridiculous insecurity. But a lot of the times this insecurity works. Works because it triggers the desire to be chosen above others, chosen among others. It's a very cool tool to manipulate you, you know. We all want to be chosen, but in the end of the day, we also have to choose. And choose means be responsible for what you stick with. Because you stick with a person that behave like that 1, 2, 3 times, the third time you should be no more time with me. If you stick with this, it's your responsibility. It means you like it. You enjoy these dynamics. You should not be bitter or blame anyone about it. Have you guys been manipulated like that to feel insecure or whatnot? A guy who manipulates you with flirting with your friends. Usually those stories end up or with cheating with your friend or with cheating you, but they usually end very bad. I would enjoy reading your comments. If you had a similar story, somebody flirting with your friend, write it below. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, or even married people do this sometimes, you know, to trigger jealousy in their partner. I don't know. Some people do it. So have you been in this situation? If so, press like. If somebody tried to manipulate you with that, press like. If you have a courage, write me your comment below. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.